Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtiwada. In this video, we will learn about nested routing in React. So I have explained about normal routes in my previous video, and we also spoke about active routes and how to make use of links and nav links in our previous videos. Please watch that for better understanding. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Now, to understand this, we'll go with a scenario called as products, and we'll be using some set of products inside that particular products routes, and we'll go to a specific product details pages. So now what I'll do is I'll just go here and I'll create a pages with a new folder called as products. So this is my page called as products, and inside this products let me create a new file called as products.js, and here I'll be using a snippet called as rfce and hit tab. So now we got a products, but I don't want to create the products in this way. I want to use a capital case. So let me delete these products and let me create a new file called as products with capital letter products.js. And here I'll use rfce and let me rename this as products. So there is some problem here while using a same name with different format. So now I have created a products page. Now let me go into our app router where I have created inside app.js, and let me run this npm run start and hit enter. And now what I can do is I can make use of this route. Let me close everything. This is my existing one. Let me click on login. It went to login. Let me click on register. It went on to the register. When I click on this navigate, even that is moving from login to register. Now what I'll do is in the same way I'll try to create a new route for our products. So I'm creating a route where my path is equivalent to products, and let me create an element, and the element should point to products, and this is my value of the product which is created just now, that is a function. Now this component will have some set of products. Let me list out the products. Const, I'll use some set of products where my products is something like id with 1 and label as something like chocolate products, and let me copy the object, put it over here. I have second one which is something like milk products, and let me copy the same thing, put it over here, and let me go with some other products like ghee product and save this. Now I have three different products. I want to list them out inside this products page. Let me remove this, and here let me use a fragment from React, and inside this fragment I'll just want to repeat this loop. Already we spoke about how to loop any array in our React in my previous videos. Please watch that for better understanding. I have created a React tutorials playlist where you can find all these concepts. So now I'm using products.map, and this will receive an object. Along with that it will also receive an index, but as of now I'm not using any index. I'll use only object. So let me use this object which will return a array of values, or let me return some set of paragraph and a button. So let me return this as an UI where the paragraph which contains some value. What is the paragraph value is obj dot, I have something called as label, and now I'll use a button here, and let me create a button with this label obj dot label, and I don't want to use a paragraph, just I'm creating some set of buttons. And inside this button I want to give a key because we are looping this, so I want to use obj dot id as a key. Let me go back, and you can see here can't find the product.js because there is some problem in the import. So instead of using this directly, as I deleted the file and created a new file, it is not able to fetch. Let me get products, and inside this products I want to get a capital letter products and save this. Now go here, you are able to see the UI, and now let me go directly into products and hit enter. You can see chocolate, milk and a ghee. So now we got all that products. What I'll do is I'll add these products into my route. So let me go into our routes. So where is our routes? Already we have created a nav bar in my previous video. So at the same nav bar, I want to create something like an active link like this, where this active link should pass towards products, and this is get active styles just to apply the styles. And here I'll use something like a label called as products. Copy this and paste here. Save this. Now you can see products on the top. This is my active link, and hence we are able to see the products highlighted. Now let me click on register and come back to products. Now we are able to navigate to products. But when I click on a chocolate, I want to see the details of the chocolate. That means I need one page where I want to see the products details. So what I'll do is I'll just go here and I'll try to create some set of product details. So what I'll do, I'll just create a new folder called as details, and inside this details I want to create a new file called as details.js, and this is my details page of product. So what this page should look like, let me use rfce snippet, and inside this we got a product details, and let me save this as it is. And now when the user clicks on a specific button inside the product, it has to navigate to this details page. For that we need a route. So let me go into app.js. Now what I want to do is when the user clicks on first route, then my path will be equivalent to products slash one, whereas my element which is equivalent to a details page, and close this, save this. Now when the user clicks on product slash one, then I want to show the product details page. So let me go into products.js, and here let me write an on click event. So on clicking of this, I want to navigate, and this is a button. So whenever we are using a button, we can't use something like nav links. So that's why I'm not using any nav links. Instead, I'll use something called as navigate, that is equivalent to use navigate, and this is a hook which is given by React Router DOM. Now let me use this navigate method. On clicking on a specific button, I want to pass some ID, obj.id. So for the first product, the ID is 1, and hence this will go into object.id, and that will be navigated. But this is not the actual navigation we want. So we want to go inside the products. So let me use something like slash and products, where this is my dynamic value, something like this, and save this. Let me hit enter. The visibility will be good, and then here enter, enter, and format. Save this. Now when the user clicks on this, it will navigate to products slash id. What is my id? Id is 1 for the first one. Let me go here, and when I click on this products, it went to products slash 1. Why? Because we have to give a backslash so that it will use the current URL and followed by that. So let me go here, and when I click on products, let me click this, you got product slash 1. Either you can use the slash or remove the slash and just use something like slash obj.id. So let me save this. Let me go into products, and when I click on chocolate, it went to 1 directly. Just remove this slash. So let me go here, products, and when I click on chocolate, it went to products slash 1, and it is showing the details page. Now it is showing the details page. That's absolutely fine. Let me go into products. When the user clicks on milk, so now it went with the 2, but there is no route specified with this 2. Let me inspect this, and if you see the console, it is telling that no route matched with products slash 2, because there is no route. We didn't configure something related to products slash 2. Now, for example, here we have 3 things. So we can configure 3 times. Something like copy this, put it over here, put it over here. And let me make it as 2, let me make it as 3. Now save this, go here, and let me refresh. Now you can see there is something like a chocolate. When I click on chocolate, it went to chocolate. When I click on milk, it went to milk and the details. When I click on ghee, it went to ghee, and it is showing all the outputs related to that. Now, what's happening here? The common thing is the route is common with products, but only the thing is 1. The slash 1 is the difference. That means we are able to pass the dynamic data. So whenever you want to pass some dynamic data, how we can do in React. So that dynamic data we will be talking in the upcoming video. For now, what I'll do is I want to wrap this inside the products. If you see this, this is my products, this is my products, this is my products, and this is my products. So I want to use a nested format. That means this product is common. I want to use only once, and whatever the data we have, I can use next. So what I can do is I can just remove this, and I can add a end for this route, and let me format this. Now I just don't want to use products here and save this. Now let me go here. You got a problem like nested under the products is not valid, an absolute child. So whenever you are using a child, don't use slash. That is absolute path. Save this, and now you can see the products. Let me click on chocolate, it went to 1. Let me click on milk, it went to 2. Let me click on ghee, it went to 3. That means we have configured all of them in one shot without repeating the code. And if you understand, this particular route is a parent route and all these routes are child routes. So whenever you are trying to create any of the child routes, we can create something like this. But what is the purpose of a child route here? If you understand, when I want to go into chocolate and click on milk or something, it is not moving forward. Why? Because it is showing only the products. The problem is, whenever you want to use a child route, you have to use a placeholder where to render this. For example, now my parent component is this one. So what is my parent component? This is my parent component. So it is always showing the parent component. It is not showing the child components at all. Why? Because it is not able to find some set of placeholder where to show it. This is my parent, so it is responsible to show my output of the child. So in that cases, you can use something called as outlet, which is given by again React router. So this outlet will get all the child components data as per the route which is active, that will be shown here. So let me go here, and when I click on a chocolate, you are able to see details, and this one milk, you are seeing the details, and when I click on ghee, you are seeing the details, because all of these properties are going into the details page. If you want to specifically have any of the routes, and if you want to create any of the specific routes like milk route, so let me go into new file. Let me create something like milk.js rfce and save this. Let me create one more new file called as chocolate.js, and let me create one more route called as ghee.js. Now RFCE, I have three specific routes which are all child routes. Let me go into RFCE, and now you have created milk route, milk file, chocolate file, and ghee file. Let me go into our app. So let me go into app.js. When it is 1, I want to go with chocolate, and when it is 2, I want to go with milk, and when it is 3, I want to go with, so now I want to go in this way. Let me go here. Now this is the placeholder and this is a common code. So now when I click on products, you are able to see only this parts, which is a common code. When I click on chocolate, it is going to chocolate. When I click on milk, it is going to milk. When I click on ghee, it is going to ghee. That means each and every route is bypassed based on the clicks happened on the products, and the common code is visible. So this container, whatever the outlet container we created, that are called as child components. And here we are using a parent-child relationship by using your routes. So that's how we created our nested routes. But if you observe, when I click on products, it is not showing anything. That means there is no default route when you have a common route. So how to create that default route? So in the same way, how we created for this, we can go and create the same path, but without the path, we can give index. That means in this route, the first route, if you are not having any of the route path, it will take the default path as the index. Let me save this, as I am keeping index as my default or details page. Now when the user clicks on products, it will show details. When the user clicks on product slash 1, then it will show chocolate. And when product slash 2, milk. When they give product slash 3, it will show ghee. Let me go here and click on chocolate. You saw the chocolate. When I click on products, it is going to the details. That means by default it will go to the index one, and if any specification of that particular parent child relationship in the route, then it will render only that specific path. Now we are showing all this chocolate, milk, and ghee, but these all are looking similar. I don't want to use different components just to show some set of content. I want to make this as a common code. To make this as a common code, we need to understand the dynamic rendering. For example, if you have three more products, we can't go and create again three more routes or 100 routes we can't create. Instead, what we can do is we can make this value as dynamic route. So how to create the dynamic route, how to use that in our application, we'll see in the upcoming video. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.